Hello everyone, I'm Farmer Sim and welcome back to Etruria, to episode 3 here of the Farming Europe series. I hope you're all doing really well and having a great day. So like I say, we're on episode 3. Episode 2 did take place the other day on a live stream that I did back on Monday. And as you can see, we made if you didn't watch it, please do go back and watch it there if you want to catch up with where we're up to. Essentially what we got on with was making a big start in the harvesting of the wheat field here. So yeah, we're very busy. We didn't get it all done, as you can see. We've still got a little bit left to go, so I'm going to get that done right now. And then obviously we've also got a huge amount of straw to get picked up. And very much like I did last time, I'm going to keep a load of this straw aside, obviously, because moving into the future, our pigs are going to need straw. The pigs that we haven't got yet. But I do need to keep some straw as a backlog to fall back on. So we're going to be keeping some of it, and we're going to be selling some of it as well, because obviously we haven't got any pigs, we haven't got any sheep yet. As you all know, if you've watched episode 1 of this series, you know that the premise is that our starting cash is all in the ground, and it's all, you know, part and parcel with what we've got. We did the canola in the first episode, which was great. We've got 14,000 litres of that over in the silo. We sold the rest of it, and we also got rid of the canola straw that came with that as well. We've got 45,000 litres of wheat over in the silo that came out of this field, and again, what's left in the field and a few trailers worth that we sold in the live stream, that's going towards our bank balance, which is now at a, well, I don't know whether it's healthy or not, but it's just under 36,500 euros. So we've got something in the bank. That's all that matters. And now I'm not going to be starting big. It's not like I'm going to be going out and buying 250 pigs. We're going to be starting with a handful, essentially, what we can afford, and moving forward with them as well, and with the sheep. Now, the one thing I haven't got, that we haven't got any chance of doing until April, until at least getting it drilled until April, is sorghum. Some of the base food. You can give pigs either corn or sorghum for base food. We haven't got either of those. We've got wheat, like I say, we've got some canola, and we do have a field of sugar beets that is going to be ready to harvest in October. So there's still a little bit of time to go. Now, because we don't have any canola, sorghum, sorry, what I'm thinking of doing is simulating buying some in, essentially. So maybe just grabbing a couple of trailers worth and removing a load of money out of my bank as if I purchased it, because I know you can't necessarily purchase sorghum from everywhere on every map. So that's the idea anyway. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, just so that we've got something, and I'll probably do that when the pigs do arrive, essentially. So, you know, it won't take too long for me to sort that out, and I'll essentially simulate paying for it by knocking a few euros out of the bank account, essentially. So that's a bit of a plan with that until we can move forward and make our own. Like I say, so planting wise, we can't plant sorghum till April. We can't plant wheat till September, which is, you know, pretty much next month. So we've got a quick turnaround on that. Canola is November and September to plant, and sugar beet is March and April. But we do have a large field of sugar beet to get working in the near future as well, so I'm really looking forward to that. We do also have the 2 fields of carrots, which I'm hoping to try and make a start in this episode. That's what my plan is. Judging by the growth stage of the carrots, we're pretty much, it should be, looking at the colour chart on the map, it should be next month, I think. So we're going to go with that. So what I'm thinking of doing now is essentially getting this field completely finished off, boxed off, sell everything, get the straw picked up, which is going to take a while. I was toying with the idea of running the windrower just to bunch these swaths up a bit, but it's one of those in my head. It's like a 50-50. It's like, do I spend the time running the windrower in the field to save time with the baling, but then I'm still spending the time windrowing, aren't I? So I may as well just hitch up the baler and just run the same course that I'm running here with the combine harvester and just get them all picked up. Essentially, that's the idea, and I'll make sure that I've got a good chunk of them set aside and stowed away in our bale storage system over on the farm, and then sell the rest and essentially just, you know, accumulate as much money into the bank as we can. So that's the plan moving forward. Like I say, we'll get this wheat finished, get the straw picked up, and then we'll more than likely skip forward a month or so until we've got till the carrots are ready to go, because that is going to be a very big job, but I'm dead excited to do it because it's using equipment that I've never used before. 4D Modding's Armour Salmon root crop harvester. I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into that. So yeah, we're going to crack on with this now, get this field completely done, get the straw picked up, and I'll see you soon. Right then, there we go. Job complete. We have now, if I can just pull out a cab here so I can see where I'm going. We have now completely cleared that field of all the wheat and of all the straw. This is the last of the few bales. Now, in total, we got 59 bales off of that field. 7,500 litres of bales, so they were quite big, 150 centimetre ones. But let me just lift that boom up a bit so I've got a bit of manoeuvring space. But now we're just going to sell these last of them. So what I've done is I've put 30 of the bales over in our bale storage facility over at the farm, and the rest I have sold here. So let's just get rid of them there. Boom, boom, boom. That's 2,662 and a bit, or call it 2,700 euros there. So in total we've made just probably about $8,000, I think, give or take a bit, from selling those bales, which is great. And considering we're still in the first, obviously the first game day. This is still August. We still started the series here in August. I started with absolutely nothing. It's now 5 to 7 in the evening, so to consider finishing the first in-game day with just over 50 grand in the bank, I'm really quite happy with, quite frankly. I think we've done all right. I can just pop that boom down a bit so I can see where I'm going and what's coming. There we go. But yeah, now that that's game day 1 over and done with, I'm going to get myself back to the farm now, get all this loaded off, parked up, and then tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm pretty sure that that's when our carrots should be ready to go, and I'm really excited to get into these carrots. I really am. I'm hoping that they're going to bring in some decent cash. Hope I don't live to regret saying that, but yeah, I'm hoping they should do. At the minute, they're fetching somewhere in the region of about 120 euros for 1,000 litres. We're going to be bringing them back down to here to the regional consortium, or the regional consortium, if however you pronounce that in Italian. Yeah, we're going to be bringing them down here to sell, and yeah, so big job tomorrow. Looking forward to it. So back to the farm, get to spend my first night in my Italian villa, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Who can complain at waking up to views like this, eh? In a building like this. What a place. It's absolutely incredible. It really is. So, it's September. It's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. The carrots are ready to harvest, so it's time to really get stuck in now. Like I said before, I'm really hoping that this comes through financially for us. We'll have a quick look, actually, at where we are currently with the finances with carrots. Wrong menu, where are we? So carrots, regional consortium, currently 131 euros per 1,000 litres. Now that's not top dollar is January, but I'm not focusing on that. It is what it is right now. We need to get them out the ground, we need to get them sold, we need to get the money in the bank. So we're going to be using the big Deutscher for this one again. Second time we'll be using this, obviously yesterday with the baler, but yeah, it's the Armour Salmon that I'm getting really excited to use. I've never used this before, but it is a wonderful mod from 4D Modding, and I'm grateful for its existence, because I know the base game carrot harvesting equipment is woefully narrow. This one's a little bit wider. Again, I'll just pop in and have a look quickly in the garage and just show you where it is. It's a little bit wider than the base game thing, if I remember correctly. It says 0.9 meters there, but it's considerably wider when we have a look at the pickup width there. But either way, it's going to be right. Should get the job done. That's all that matters. So, well, the way I'm going to do this now, obviously I am going to be popping this into a cinematic, bit of music behind it, and see what we can do with it. But what I'm going to do, just to hold on to the, you know, one or two aspects of realism, if I can, I'm going to be running, because the Deutscher has got row crops on, it's got narrow tyres, so it's not going to be destroying any crops. And obviously the rows of carrots run in a north-south direction, so what I'm going to do, just so that it looks right on camera, I'm going to run a handful of headlands first, because there's not a lot of room at the edge of the fields to run just up and down rows. You've got to be able to turn around at the end, and obviously there's a bit of I suppose you can call it map furniture. We've got trees, we've got fences on either side of the field there, so it is going to make turning round at the end of the rows a little bit difficult. So I do need to carve out a handful of headlands, which is going to mean running in an east-west direction on the field as opposed to the correct north-south. So I'll get those bits done off camera, and then the cinematic will pick up when we're on the up and down rows. But let's have a look at this now. So Let's get this unfolded first and foremost. Put ourselves into the field. Let's drop that down. Turn it on. First of our carrots, there we are. 5 litres. I do hope this is going to be alright, this, I tell you what. Right, so, let's get cracking, let's get digging, let's get working, and I'll see you in, no doubt, several hours' time, but hopefully we'll have a bit more money in the bank. Currently at 53,146, so I'll jot that down, and we'll see where we are when we finish this field. Ladies and gentlemen, look at where we are now. It's 4:10 in the evening, but it should actually be several hours later. I have actually had to stop time for a few hours because I have cracked on today. What I ended up doing was actually getting both of the carrot fields done. It ended up being a bit of a nightmare, let's be honest. It was a real challenge, especially doing the automation anyway. That was a real, getting Courseplay and Auto Drive to play ball with the Armour Salmon Beat Harvester was something of a challenge, let's be honest. So I haven't actually put it all together yet, so I do hope the cinematic that I made for that job has come out kind of okay. I feel it was a little bit slapdash and a bit messy, if I'm perfectly honest. So I decided, with that in mind, I just wanted to crack on and get them done, and get them both harvested, get both fields completely done. But look at where we are now. Once this is our last trailer load, a little bit, 851, so neither here nor there. But look at the bank balance, 192,127 euros. So technically, what we've got from field 42, the first field that I started, the field that that I put into the cinematic, we got 72,921 litres. Euros, sorry, not litres. We've got a lot more litres than that. And field 43, the one that I've just got done off camera, we've had 65,000, so about 66,000 including what we've just dropped off there. That was the last of it there. So all in all, we've had just under 139,000 euros worth of money come into the bank from those carrots, and that is a heck of a lot more than what I was expecting. When I was saying I'm hoping this is going to be fruitful and or lucrative and all that kind of stuff, I maybe had 50 or 60 grand in my head, but 140, that'll do for me. That really will do for me. That opens up so much now. It means that you know, in the fullness of time, we're going to be able to, well, very quickly, in fact, we're going to be able to get hold of some pigs. We're going to be able to get hold of some sheep. We need to harvest our, we need to cut our grass, get our first cut done, so we can bale up the grass, so that we've got some food to feed to the sheep that we will be buying very, very soon. And like I said before, I will simulate buying a couple of trailers worth of sorghum, so that we've got everything ingredient-wise that we need to feed to our pigs to start off with, at least anyway. And we'll load a couple of trailers worth up into our silo there, so we've got something to fall back on into the near future anyway. But that's properly brilliant. I'm so happy with that. Like I said, that's way more than what I was thinking of. Now, I'll be honest, in real life, this has taken me just north of 11 hours to do all of this work. It was an incredible thing. I know I said the Armour Salmon did have a wider pickup header width, and it was, even in the menus it says it's 0.9 meters, but Courseplay said it's 1.6 because it is a 3-row beet harvester. So it still took a very, very long time to get both of those fields done. Like I say, just north of 11 hours real time. But I did have to, I had to stop time because I knew that the shop that we've just been selling the products to, that closes at 5 o'clock. So I just kind of stopped time for several hours. So technically now we should be knocking on the door of about 8 o'clock, which is, or half 7, 8 o'clock-ish roughly, which is about 12 hours from when we started this morning. So what a day. So that's the entirety of the first day of September gone. But what a day. What a load of money. Yeah, so it's been performing well as the big Deutsch there with the Armour Salmon. We'll pull that into the shed. I'll get that done no doubt very soon. Get things tidied up and put away for the night, because that's the day done, isn't it? Let's be honest. There's not much more I can do with this now. I do need to focus. Like I said, we've still got we are within the planting window for canola, so I do need to get at least one of my fields turned over with the Dondi 800 and get drilling. So that needs to be something that I get done as soon as possible. Really, and also get the like I said before, get the first cut of grass done as well. So there's so much to do. There really is so much to do, but I'm just a little bit taken aback and a bit jaw dropped by what I've been able to make from these 2 carrot fields today. I'm glad I did it. It was a heck of a lot of work. Sorry, I am genuinely exhausted after doing that. It's been a very, very long day for me in real life. Here in the UK, we're experiencing a few more days of proper balmy temperatures, so it's been 32 odd degrees today. So of all the days to pick to sit in front of my computer for hours and hours and hours, it had to be today, didn't it, that I decided to record the next Etruria. Now, I've recorded this video, this next Etruria episode today, onwards from the live stream that I did the other day, because I don't like leaving jobs half done. Obviously, in the live stream, we didn't get the field of wheat finished, so I did want to get on with that as soon as possible. So I've decided to do a second Etruria episode this week. So, but my word, am I glad I did. Look at that, 192 grand. I did say that our starting money was going to be in the ground, but I wasn't expecting that. And we've still got the sugar beets to come as well. Now, I know a lot of those sugar beets are going to be set aside for the pigs, but I think I might be able to profit from a few of them as well. What I might do as a bit of an experiment is I might have a look at this thing here, the Grimmy Rootster 604. I may try leasing this for the purposes of getting the sugar beet done, because I will be honest, that Armour Salmon, it's a great tool, it's a great machine, it's a great mod. I'm not knocking it in any way whatsoever. 4D modding's work is second to none, but for Courseplay and auto drive, it was a pain in the neck, because it kept on retracting its auger, and it wouldn't stay out. So it was a case of me having to do almost every single hopper load manually. So that's why the recording, that's why the cinematic didn't turn out as cinematic-y as I'd have hoped, because it was, well, it was completely broken, essentially. I had to do most of it manually. Anyway, enough of that. The main thing is, the job is done. We have got masses of money in the bank account now. I think we're going to be able to afford to sort some pigs out, sort some sheep out, be able to lease that Grimmy Rootster and get the sugar beet harvest done, because that does have a 3-meter working width. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that might take a little bit less time, and also perhaps work better with Courseplay and AutoDrive and allow me to present the whole thing in a bit of cinematic, as I like to do. But for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it here because it has been a real long one. Thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed the video and found it a little bit fun and a little bit interesting. As always, if you're new to my channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and jumping on board, joining the channel. Please give the video a like if you can. It does do wonders, helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing Farming Simulator 25 or any of its add-ons, and you like the idea of supporting the channel and helping out a creator, as always, I would be massively appreciative. And also on top of that, if any of you are in the market for an online server to play with your mates, and you like the idea again of supporting the channel and helping out a creator, please consider using my G-Portal affiliate link, which again will be in the video description below. Any help and support there also would be massively appreciated. So, thank you very much for your time again, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.